Hi everyone, welcome to my blush declutter. This is my blush drawers. As a disclaimer, I am going to put out there, if it's really old, I will throw it away. If it's in good condition, I will give it to friends or family. Please don't also message me and ask for my old disposed of products. They are all spoken for. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. There are a few palettes in here as well, and that's just because they fit in here for right now, but I have an entire other face palette declutter that I will need to do, but that's why they're not all together. So this is the Natasha Denona, and this has a mixture of powders and more creams, and this I actually like to sometimes use as a sparkly eyeshadow. I find it's too sparkly otherwise for the cheeks, but it does get hard pan really quickly, and this, it does have like a little protector. I don't know how well it does. I did get this, and I know you can take out these little pans. I've never done that. I wonder if I should, because then I could just keep a couple that I like, because I don't like all of them. But anyways, I'm going to keep this for now. This is the Too Faced, I think it's this Love Hangover. Yeah, I miss these cute little containers. I like the small ones because they were a lot easier to store as well. So obviously this hasn't been used a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. This one I'm pretty sure I got in a BoxyCharm. That makes sense to me, yes. And this one, it always seems like it's tricky to get open because you think with the little ridge here you should be able to open it, but no, it's otherwise. And it's kind of one of those baked ones, and it looks quite dark in the pan, but it is actually quite nice. It has a little bit of shimmer as well, and this one is called Love Thing. So it is a mineralized finish blush, and so I'm gonna keep this one. Blush is one of my favorite categories, so this is hard for me. All right, here's a couple that I can let go. These are just super duper old. These are probably 5 years old. Honestly, I got these at a Gen Beauty in San Francisco, and they're really nice. I don't have any complaints. They're just super duper old, and there are blushes now that I like better. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these go. All right, this is from Rimmel. This is a Maxi Blush. This is an affordable blush that you can get at the drugstore, and a lot of people don't really talk about this one a lot, but I think it's really pretty. It reminds me a little bit of like the NARS Orgasm because it has a little bit of that sheen in there if you really kind of work with it. I'm gonna keep that. This is the e.l.f. in Siren's Call. This I got for free, I think, at some point because I made an e.l.f. order. And this orange itself, it's not super like blushy to me. It's more like highlighty in a peach color, which I'm just not going to use. So nothing necessarily wrong with them, and I bet you kind of mix them together, they're kind of pretty, but just not something I'm going to reach for. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Ooh, this is the Chili Mango from Fenty. And I know with this, you do have to kind of like warm it up, but I kind of love this. So this is kind of, if I'm gonna do an orange, it's gonna be this one. So as opposed to the last one, the powder one, I'm actually gonna use this one. I like this a lot, so I'm gonna keep this. This is one of my favorites in an otherwise unremarkable line of cosmetics. I just don't use a lot from nude sticks or remember them a lot, but this I do love. This is Waikiki Beach, I think, or Waikiki Rose, and this is the Magnetic Lip Plush Paint, but I don't use it on my lips. I use it as a liquid cheek, and it's just the most perfect rose color, and you really can't go wrong with this one or too overboard. I love it. You probably can't even see it, but I do love this quite a lot, so I'm gonna keep this. If we're gonna stick in the kind of liquid blush game, we'll go over here. This is from Ilia. I don't like this. I don't know, it's just too pigmented, it's too spotty. I've tried to make it work, it just doesn't work for me. And I'll probably end up staining my hand. You can see if you lay it down, then it doesn't move and it just looks splotchy. So I know some people like it, I do not like this. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is the Cloud Paint, and this I actually do like. And this is Dusk, is it Dusk? Let's see, where's the color on here? Yes, Dusk. So this one, you don't need very much at all, honestly. It's really hard to get this one wrong. It just blends in super well. I love this one. I have another color as well, This is Storm. So one is kind of a peach and one is more of like a raspberry. I love both of these. And you can share this out if you use like maybe a moisturizer or maybe even a highlighter and then kind of mix it together. So, and they last forever. I don't know anyone who's gone through these. Do you know anyone who's gone through this? If you ever have, tell us, comment below. How does that work for you? Oh, so as an example, you could use like a little tiny bit of auric, just a smidgen, which is in the color selenite, I believe. Yeah, selenite. Oops. And then you could use just a dab of this raspberry color, which is not raspberry, it's Storm, like I said, and mix these together. Oh my goodness, now it's like this rose. This would be perfect for that little cold girl look, which is really popular right now. Not my thing, but so pretty. Oh my goodness, so pretty. This I've tried to make work. Let me see if I could use it with a lotion, because this seems like a little puffy and it just never seems to actually calm down. So let me see if I use the same bit of auric. You see, it's just a little bit harder to mix together. I don't know if you can see that. But now I'm curious if I perhaps do this, if it could make it better, or is it just, I don't need to keep these because I have others I like better. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna put these in maybe for right now. And those were the BB cheek color from Purlisse. By themselves, I find them hard to mix in, but maybe if I'm doing it with like a primer or lotion or something else to make it more of the consistency of something like a cloud paint, that would be good. But see, I could do something like this. It's already that color without the work. Still gonna be a maybe though. And this, it's like a perfect mixture of these two colors. Okay, next up. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna get rid of these. I didn't really like them. They're from Milk Makeup. And with this, and it's also, really dried out right now. So this is in the color Flare. And this one is Glimmer. These are Glow Oil Lip and Cheek. I never really got on with these and I don't really like them. So I'm gonna get rid of both of them. I'm pretty sure I got in a BoxyCharm as well. This is the YC Collection Blush. This one looks like a lip gloss to me. Oh, you know what? This looks kind of like that Purlisse color. Oh, and this one doesn't require any work, although it doesn't really smooth out on the edges. That's interesting. And this is newer. What color is this? This is Papaya. You know, if I keep this, then I might need to get rid of the Purlisse. Although you can see the edges, it doesn't really blend super well. You know what? Nothing is as good as the Glossier ones, so I might just get rid of this too, even though it's pretty new. I just don't see myself reaching for this. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this. Why am I still holding on to the Purlisse one? I'm not sure yet. Maybe it's just personal because I like the people behind the brand, but I don't know. That product, not all the products from certain brands are winners. And I don't have to feel bad because I've already spent the money, but I don't know. All right, this is a definite keep. This is from Jouer, because look at this packaging, by the way. Is that not the most beautiful? These are the duos. This is the Flirt Blush Duo. So there's kind of a shimmery one, and then there's kind of a, well, it's also shimmery, but they're both so beautiful. I'm keeping this one for sure. I actually wish I'd gotten a different color, but it was out of stock, but I'm still gonna say I like this one quite a lot. I'm gonna keep that. This is another from Too Faced. Pretty sure I've barely used, you know what? It's honestly a little bit dark. I didn't know if I was gonna do this. I think I might be good to declutter this one. Does have a little bit of shimmer. I think I'm gonna declutter it. Yeah, oh my gosh, look at me. Okay, this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. And this one's pretty and it's kind of unremarkable, but it's not offensive in any way. So I don't know, I do want to open up my drawer and have it be stuff I love. And I don't know if I love this, but I certainly don't hate it. I'm gonna hold on to it though. This is from Laura Geller. This is the Multitasking Eye Lip Cheek palette, Cream to Powder. So this one is new to me and I haven't really used it, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this one, but you can see bronzer, blush, highlighter, keep that. Ah, the Patrick Ta. Okay, so of course, even though they get extremely dirty, I do like these colors and I do like this product. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep both of these. And you know what, if I keep both of these, which is She's Passionate and She's Seductive, maybe I don't need that IT Cosmetics one. I'm gonna file that one and move it to the maybe pile and then reevaluate at the end. This is the Madison Miller collection that she did with Ofra, which is funny because I actually have this one. It came in a palette as well as by itself, and this is Sweet Stuff, and it's just a nice color. It is also in their old packaging, so I know it's old, and I do know how old it is because this one I actually labeled back when I got it, so it was November of 2019. So this is at least 3 years old, right? 3 years, oh, more than 3 years, but I barely have used it. And I'm not one who, for powder products on your cheek, am so religious about those expiration dates. I'm gonna hold on to this one though. And if yours looks different, it's because that's the special packaging, I think, that they did for BoxyCharm or something, or Ipsy. This is the Hourglass. I know I have another one of these. This is Dim Infusion. This is the Ambient Lighting Blush. This one is very light and you don't really see it until you kind of you gotta really get your brush in there, but it's really pretty. So I'm gonna hold on to this one because I like to use this on the apple of the cheeks and the other color, the darker one, on the back of the cheek. So I kind of do both. So I'm gonna keep this one. I know I'll run across the other one eventually here. Ooh, I used to love this blush. I don't know why I don't use this more often. This is the Tropic Hues Laura Geller Marbled like Baked Blush. Super pretty. Don't be intimidated. It's really pretty and it's kind of got a little bit of like sparkly pearlescence in it. I really like this one. I'm gonna keep that. This is from Laura Geller. I think this is the grapefruit one, right? Oh yeah. I do not have anything like this really in my collection. It's super pigmented. You go in with a light hand. I was super excited to get this. I'm keeping this one. This one, is this one the one that you get at Sephora for like your birthday? I think it is. That's what's probably Party. Yeah, Party. Who else has Party? Who else has Party? I'm totally keeping this one. I love the Amazonian Clay Tarte Blush formula. You're gonna see I have some of the big kits that I just don't get rid of, even though I know they're expired as well. Becca, may she rest in peace. This one is Camellia. This one has definitely got some shine and shimmer to her. She's so pretty. I think there are a couple of other colors that I did like depot and put in a palette, which by the way, I don't think that's a great way for me to remember to use stuff because I just forget about the palettes. But there is like a pin in the back. If you heat up, you know, this bottom, you can try and push the little thing out. I found these discs to be harder to depot, so I think I cracked one, and I think it was like Songbird, so I didn't want to do that to Camellia because I really like this color, so I'm going to hold on to this, even though you can't get her anymore, I don't believe. Okay, this is from NARS. I thought it was Orgasm, but it's not. It's Deep Throat, and it's just a really pretty color. I'm keeping this one. Ooh, this is newer to my collection. This is Essence the Blush, which is funny because I think of it as like a bronzer. So I think of it, yeah, like a bronzer, but it's technically a blush, and this is 20 Bespoke. I really like this one. I'm holding on to this one. By the way, even though Essence doesn't always have like the best packaging and it's kind of cheaper, they make some really cute products. Some of them are really good. This is one of them. Oh, the OG. Luminoso. I don't think I can ever get rid of this. I don't care how old it is, just because it's like, it reminds me of 2016 beauty YouTube, and I'm holding on to it. Holding on to it. All right. Ah, this was a Sephora perk back when I was a Sephora VIB. This is Deep Throat, and even though it's a darker color, I don't use it. I'm still holding on to it. All right, these are from e.l.f. and this was their little duo. Some of them had a bronzer and a highlighter. Some had a blush and a highlighter. Most of these highlighters are actually surprisingly deep. Some of these would make excellent eyeshadows too. I for a collector's purposes, I almost want to keep all of them, even though I know I'm not going to use these. I hardly ever reach for these, to be honest. So why do I have them? I don't know. I think I got them on sale at one point and I was just like, yeah, just get all of them. But technically, I like never reach for these. So number one, I would probably definitely get rid of this one, which is guava. This one's kind of pretty. This one is just really, I would think, a 2-color eyeshadow. And okay, I'm not going to get rid of them, but I know I don't use them. It's just the collector in me. I don't want to get rid of them. I would get rid of this one too. This is pomegranate. Also a pretty duo for eyeshadow. I'm not getting rid of any of them, but I really should, honestly. This is Frat Boy from the Balm. Does anyone talk about the Balm anymore? I feel like, you know, besides Mary Luminizer, you know, the Schwing eyeliner, I don't know what people talk about them for, but I miss them. This is a beautiful little blush, and I love how nice this packs up. Honestly, it's so good for traveling because it's so thin. I like this one a lot, so I'm keeping this. Reminds me of a simpler time on YouTube, you know? Ooh, Doll 10. This came from, pretty darn sure, like an Ipsy, like Gen Beauty type of event. It's heavy too. It's got weight to it. I have not used this, but I want to, and I'm gonna keep it. Oh, these are those blush palettes that I was talking about. Of course, they come out with one every holiday. I get them. I don't use them. I collected them. I finally decluttered some of the cream ones, but I'm holding on to these. I just love them. They're just so beautiful. I don't care. I have every color now that I could possibly need, and I still will never get rid of these, even if I also don't use them. I'm holding on to both. And I know you can't get these anymore, but I just love them. So it's just called Color Wheel. Blush Bazaar. So both from Tarte. There you go. Oh yes, some little hair bands that have fallen in. I have to clean this drawer as soon as this is over. All right. By the way, in case anyone's curious, these little drawer inserts, I got them from Amazon. So you can try and kind of make little, I don't know, compartments so you can organize your life a little bit better. Sometimes they work, sometimes, you know, they're not the best, but they're cheaper than buying some of the other organization stuff out there. All right, this is the Refocus, also Doll 10. Oh, this is so pretty. Why don't I use this? This reminds me actually of the, where it's actually right here. No, the macarons, where's that one? It's like a champagne and macaron. It's also from Jus. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. This reminds me of this actually. Let me see here. Maybe not exactly, but I mean, if you think about it, a couple of blushes, a highlighter, a bronzer. These are really similar. Do I need both? Yes. Yes, I do. I should compare. These are really pretty. They're both really pretty. The Doll 10 stuff is heavy, man. This is a weapon. It's a weapon. So I'm keeping this. I'm also keeping the Jouer. This one is so pretty. This is the, I think it's just macarons and champagne. Champagnes and macaron. But this has citrine, which is like a really famous color for them, for their highlighter. This has suntan, and then a kind of a matte, and then kind of a bronzy blush. So keeping both, love both. This I think I could actually get rid of. This is from Sephora. I've used it like once, and honestly, I just don't see myself ever reaching for this. I've got a million other palettes. I don't reach for this. I'm gonna declutter this. I got it several years ago. It's just called the Blush Palette. So that one I'm gonna let go of. This is from Pure. This is the Fair Light, and this is mainly, it looks like bronzers and highlighters. I guess that's a blush. This for Fair Light seems pretty dark, but I'm gonna give this a shot. I've not used it, but excited to try it. This definitely came in like an Ipsy. This is the Lovecraft Beauty. I just love how thin these are, although I don't really like these colors except for maybe this one, and I don't really use this. So I feel like I could let it go. I don't even think I've ever used this, to be truthful. I might just declutter this and give it to someone. But I love how thin it is. They also have a bronzer one. Ooh, this one I do like. This is from Lorac. This was 2-3 holidays ago, but a couple of highlights and then 4 blushes. Just beautiful. And I really love this one. Does anyone talk about Lorac anymore? I feel like not so much, but I do love this one. Oh, I know I should let it go, but like for some reason I just can't bring myself to. This is the Chloe and Kylie way back in the day collection. big pan of blush, 2 highlighters, and a bronzer. These felt like velvet, I remember at the time, and I just thought it was a really interesting texture. It's not that these are great quality by any means, I just liked it. I did declutter all of the lip things though during this collection, but I'm holding on to this. Oh, see, I spilled a whole bunch of hair ties and I'm finally getting around to collecting them. There we go. All right, this is the In the Balm of Your Hand from the Balm, obviously. So, oh, you know what? This has Frat Boy in it, which I already kept, but it was just a single pan, and I would much rather travel with the single than this. So I'm gonna keep both. But this has a few different eyeshadows. It has Mary Luminizer, which is their famous, most famous highlighter. It's got then Bahama Mama, which is their bronzer, and then 3 different blushes. So this really has like a lot of stuff in here. You know, I just wish this one, I just feel like the pan sizes could have been thought out better, but I'm not mad about a lot of the stuff that's in here because this is kind of like the brown, kind of like the golden. I get it. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this. I was seriously studying it there for a minute though. Oh, this is another one of those Tarte. Keeping it. I don't care how old it is. Just look how beautiful that is. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's gorgeous. I love it. All right, this is the Betty Boop collection that happened for Ipsy. I don't think I've ever used this, but I just think it's cute, and look how small it is. So I'm gonna hold on to it. This, I hate the packaging. I hate this uneven. It doesn't store very well. It's kind of off-center, which really does bother me, but this kind of reminds me, it gives me vibes of Laguna and Orgasm from NARS in a duo, just from Smith & Colt. So I'm gonna keep it because the product is pretty good, but I don't like the delivery system. Okay. Ooh, this is Kosas. You know what? I thought I gave this, you can see, I gave this a good college try, but I just don't love it. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. So I'm gonna declutter that. Oh, there it is. So the NARS Orgasm, it's a classic, and I have a large pan of it, and I'm keeping this. Ah, this is some depotted, I think this might be one of the other, oh, it's stuck in there pretty well. A couple of these might actually be the old Becca ones that I did successfully depot, or it's Ofra. It's either Ofra or Becca in here. I would have to pull it out to look. But I'm gonna keep this. This was a little BoxyCharm exclusive, so I just keep the empty palette so I could throw these things in there. Ah, the Natasha Bloom. I love this palette. I really do. I mix these little powders in there. I don't really use these highlights, but I still love them. You know what though? I am seeing this as the orange. Now I don't feel bad also about throwing away that orange one from before. It was the e.l.f. one, so because I have it in this one, so excited for that. Oh, who remembers these? Do they still smell like Play-Doh? This one doesn't smell as bad. You know how some of them smelled awful? You know what I mean. I just love how pretty they are. I'm keeping this. I am totally keeping this. Oh, this I am decluttering. You remember way back in the day when ColourPop had these? It's so bulky and heavy. And the eyeshadows were also in this packaging, but you could pop them out at least. I don't know if you can pop these out, but this is long overdue. Although this is so pretty. Oh my god. Oh, you know what? It's like nothing. So I'm getting rid of this finally. Wow, I didn't think I'd do it. This came in the Lucky Bag. I've never really tried anything else from this brand, and it's just all cream products. So I'm gonna hold on to it. Ooh, although I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to like have oil stain or something. So I don't think it would survive another declutter, but I'm gonna try it a little bit more. This one I do like. You know, the Balm makes really good cheek products, man. So this one, there's Balm Springs, Balm Beach, and Balm Desert. This is the Balm Trio, right? Yeah. Girls Getaway Escape. This is really cute. I really like this. So you could use that as a blush. You could use it as a bronzer. I just think they're really good. I like it. And I love how they pack up so nice. Okay. These are probably overdue. I just was so excited many years ago. I got these in PR. and I just felt the need to hold on to them. They're like 4 or 5 years old at this point, and I don't know. I just don't think they're probably worth holding onto at this point. I don't even know if they still sell these technically. I'm gonna keep one. I'm gonna keep, obviously I love this one more. And this is the Gilded Bear Glow, and this is the Pink Champagne Glow. So I'm gonna hold on to this one and get rid of this. Although I don't have any super, yes I do. Yes I do have pink ones. But this is nice down here too. Am I gonna hold on to, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to them for now. We'll see. That was tough, man. That was really hard. Okay, this is the Alamar Cosmetics, and these little trios, there were 2 of them. It was a light and a medium, and I got both, I remember. And I liked both of them. This one is maybe too light. You really have to go in with a heavy hand, and they both have kind of like a lot of shimmer and sparkle. This one has more variety since both of these are kind of like orange. So if I was gonna get rid of one, although this one, I like how it's shiny and this one isn't. I feel like it's a nice little 6 palette together. I feel like if this one had been over here, this would be an obvious keep and I'd get rid of this one because I just feel like these 2 are repetitive. So I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm talking about, but I feel like if this pan were over here, I would definitely keep this one. So maybe, I don't know if I could take these out or depot them, but maybe I'll hold on to the both. They're not taking up that much space, so maybe I'll do that. Okay. Okay, I did find that other one, the other Hourglass one, which is in the color Diffused Heat. So if you see this one versus the other one that I kept, which is, where is it? So this is the other one that I kept. Obviously you can see quite a color difference between the 2, but I am keeping both. Okay, now let me clean up these hair ties. Now that I have the trick in mind, I'm gonna see if I can make these work. So they're gonna survive this declutter. Probably not the next if they don't behave though. So I'm gonna put those, let's put everything back. All right, so this is my new drawer now of what I'm keeping, and let me count up how many I am decluttering. I don't know if you would count these as singles, if they're palettes, so I don't know how you want to count that up, like if this is 1 or if this is 6. I don't know, you be the judge of that. 21, I'm gonna call it 21. 21. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. I'm doing each drawer, so I'll see you in a video very soon. Bye.